Welcome to Stuff and Things. My name's Chase.
And I'm Jess.
And this is our podcast where we talk about the random stuff and things that come to our minds and influence our business and our lives. And this is our Christmas holiday edition.
Woo!
It's actually a 5-on-5. This is episode 15. So it's the third time now that we've done this 5 for 5 or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
and
I like that.
We thought today we'd talk about Christmas traditions. And we are actually going to wear Christmas pajamas.
Yeah, we are.
Jess went way more hard with the Christmas pajamas this year than I did.
Well, listen, there's a reason. Because when I was shopping for Christmas jammies, I found jammies for the kids. I found cute ones for me. And then I was looking for him. And I was like, well, there are like these characters on Christmas jammies. And he vetoed all of them. So I was like, well, looks like you're getting plain jammies.
Plain jams. Well, I'm fine with them. They're super soft. And I really like them. So,
ooh,
yeah,
those are soft.
So soft. Fleece pants and a shirt, I'm set.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, we want to talk a little bit about just traditions today and kind of answer 5 questions. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of how we structured these 5-on-5s. And yeah, so we'll start right off the bat, I think, with the first one.
Yeah.
So first one I wrote down is, what is your favorite Christmas memory from childhood?
Okay, so you know this, but my family always went like hard when it came to Christmas. We always did like a Christmas with all my family. On Christmas Day, we did Christmas with my grandma in West Virginia. Mm-hmm. And that was usually around New Year's. And that was like my dad's whole side of the family, which was super fun. But my favorite part was my parents would like, I thought Santa was boss. And so they like played into it hard. And they would like, I would set out cookies and carrots for the reindeer, of course, and milk and water and all of that. And so there would always be like some carrots missing and the cookies were eaten, like, and there'd be like one that was just a bite out of it and like left, which thinking back on it, I'm like, ew, Santa, gross. But
well, he couldn't eat all the cookies.
They would also
house.
take like soot out of the fireplace and make like footsteps.
Yeah, that's a little ridiculous.
To the tree and back. It was pretty awesome. So Christmas morning was always really exciting. Yeah. Because you knew you were going to see all these things and you were going to see the, you know, stocking with all this stuff in it and presents around the tree. And my dad would always make us wait at the top of the stairs until he set up his video camera so he could, you know, get a good shot of all of us coming down in our Christmas faces like, yay, Santa was here. Yeah.
That's
that part
awesome.
Was annoying because I was like, I just want to see the presents.
It's like the scene out of the Christmas Story where they make him come down in his rabbit pajamas.
Except for I was just like,
ready for gifts.
Sitting at the very top stair, like just waiting. Can I come down now?
Oh, that's funny.
You know.
Yeah, that's good. So, well, for me, it's a little different. My parents didn't do a lot of the like big things like that. Like we didn't have like the soot out of the fireplace or anything crazy, but we always did set up a Christmas tree. And my favorite part growing up in Colorado was we were able to secure these permits from the National Forest Service. Mm-hmm. And so in Colorado, you can go and pay $5. You can cut down on whatever tree you want to in the forest. And that's always been really fun for me and my family. We always went out and did that and always had a real tree in our house. But the big one for me was one year we went out to get like a big tree. Like we had just moved into a new house and the new house had like really tall ceilings, kind of like ours does now. Yeah. It had like 12 or 14 foot like vaulted ceilings in this main room. And so we're like, we're getting a big tree this year. And it's only going to cost us $5 because that's all it costs for the permit. And so we went out into the woods. We drove my mom's Tahoe out there, like 4-wheeling out in the snow and everything because it's Colorado and there's a ton of snow out there. And we get to the place where we get off the road and we hike out there and we find this perfect tree. And I don't know about you guys, but it's really hard to tell how tall the tree is when you're standing on the ground outside of it. And so
that's fair.
We look up at this tree and we're like, oh man, like that's got to be the one. Like it's got to be like 12 feet tall. And so my dad starts hacking away at it with a saw. Like we didn't have a chainsaw, mind you. It was just a little banded hand saw. So it took a little while. And he got it cut down and this thing comes crashing down through the woods. And we get on the ground and we're like, oh man, this thing is way bigger than 12 feet tall. And so my dad just like lobs off probably a good 5 or 6 foot section of this tree And we start to pull it out of the woods.
Okay.
And as we're trudging through the snow, carrying this big tree, my dad ends up actually like hurting his back. And so it's me and my younger brother out in the woods. And I gotta say, we're like 12, 13 years old. So my brother would be like 10 or 11. And
oh my gosh.
we have this like 12-foot tall tree and we got to get out of the woods because we cut it down. So we hustle and try and pull. And my dad helps as much as he can. And we finally like get it back to the car.
Yeah.
But once we get it to the car, we realize, well, we can't put this 12-foot tree on top of my mom's Tahoe. It's too big. We won't be able to see anything. And so we had to lob off another section of the tree just to be able to tie it onto the car. And we finally got home with like an 8-foot tree. But like, it's just something that's ingrained in my memory and just something that I really cherish from my childhood. And so it's one thing I really enjoy. It's one thing I kind of miss too, is not getting that real tree experience out here. And I think it's hard here in Ohio because there aren't like big groves of like pine trees.
Well, but
like,
you can still go to
a tree farm and cut one down and pay $150 for a tree. It's just not. It's not the same as like trudging out into the wilderness and like lobbing down a giant tree. Like, but that's one of my favorite memories from Christmas time.
I've still always tried to convince you that we should do what my family did and buy bulbed trees so that you can replant them.
Yeah, that's just something nightmare.
They were like hundreds of pounds.
Yeah. Yeah, of just dirt.
Yep.
I think our cat would probably destroy that and there'd be dirt all over our house.
Oh, she'd probably like pee in it and then it'd be dead. It'd be a dead tree.
So
anybody wants a cat. JK.
So our cat saga has continued from the last week. We told you a little bit about it. Yeah, it didn't help. So now we're probably gonna have
She's just super stressed.
We're probably gonna have to get the stress food and see what happens with that. So
or another round of antibiotic or
find a new home for her where she can live a stress-free life.
We'll figure it out.
All right, but you go ahead and read number 2.
Yeah. So our second question for tonight is we want to talk about our favorite current tradition with our family and all of that. So what's yours?
For me, it is just eating non-traditional Christmas food.
Okay.
So like the staples, are usually like a lot of people do a turkey. A lot of people do a ham. A lot of people do like a pot roast or something like that for Christmas. But we haven't ever done any of those. No. We've actually gotten a tradition lately of doing fettuccine Alfredo.
I think we've done Christmas. That for about the last 5 years.
Or longer.
It's been a while.
And so we love that. Like my grandma had a recipe in her cookbook for fettuccine. And we've kind of adapted it here and there and made it our own. And we really love fettuccine Alfredo.
It is so good.
So we make that every year.
Yeah.
But one thing that we've also been starting is fondue on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
And our kids love that. And I love fondue. We would usually only do it once a year on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
But now it's a Christmas Eve tradition as well. So
yeah. And we do Eggs Benedict for breakfast every year.
So that was one thing that I carried over from my childhood. My dad always did Eggs Benedict for Easter and Christmas. And so we would eat Eggs Benedict in the morning at it's like an 11 o'clock meal. So it's like,
so it's like
breakfast
a lunch.
And lunch.
It's like brunch.
Yeah. Brunch.
A little Christmas brunch after presents.
Call it 11sies.
11sies.
For all you Lord of the Rings fans.
We're nerds.
Yes. But yeah. So
Big
what about
old
you?
Nerds. This one's hard because I feel like we do have a lot of fun ones. I don't know. I guess I would probably say, I'm blanking.
See, I told you should have written them down.
I don't know. There's a lot of ones, but I feel like most of ours are pretty typical traditional. Like, I do really love that we do one present on Christmas Eve and it's like Christmas jammies. Yeah. For a while there, it was like their Christmas Eve outfits for church. And for some reason, they didn't like that as much. Don't know why. But yeah, I really like that one. I think that's a fun practice. It
is fun because it gives them something to look forward to wear the next day. And yeah, it's always a lot of fun for them.
It is always a lot of fun.
It's kind of a lame present, to get pajamas for Christmas Eve.
Christmas jammies have come so far.
They really have. I mean,
they are
Exhibit A, your jammies.
Super cool now.
Are pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But growing up, I always opened up a present on Christmas Eve, but it wasn't we got a pick one. And I say pick one in quotations because my parents forced us into one of the presents that was under the tree on Christmas Eve. And so it was always a present that was from them, not from Santa, obviously. And so we would get to open that present up, which was usually, it was usually something stupid too, like socks. Or, like something super non-exciting. But we always did that. And so I was happy to carry that tradition over into our lives of, being able to open up one on Christmas Eve.
We were not allowed
to
open up a single present. I would beg and beg and beg. Just one, just one. They'd be like, no, you have to wait. I'm not good at waiting.
No. Fun story. One year, we just got so crazy about not waiting that we ended up opening our entire Christmas for each other. So the kids still had all their presents, but we opened our entire Christmas on December 18th.
I was so excited.
She's like, I just can't wait. Like, we'll just be able to focus on the kids then. Like, she gave me all the sweet talk, like excuses. And she hates surprises. And so, we opened up all of our presents. And then we're like, well, crap, now we don't have anything to do for Christmas. So we went out and bought a second Christmas so that she had presents for Christmas too.
You say that like I was really excited about the gifts I got you that year.
I was excited about the presents I got you too.
But so I was so excited for you to see them and open them. And I'm so bad at keeping secrets from you that I was like, let's just do this. I can't do it. I can't wait anymore. Yeah.
So we got 2 Christmases that year.
Yeah.
Our kids still don't know that. So maybe they'll find this podcast archived like 20 years later. And they'll be like, what? Second Christmas?
It was an awesome year.
It was a great year. It was an expensive year, but it was a good year. So since then we have just kind of put off Christmas shopping usually until like the second week of December. So we don't get into that part. So like gifts start to like arrive kind of later and things like that. But this year, I'm really proud of us. So Jess actually got all of our Christmas shopping done on Black Friday. So in one day,
that's pretty awesome.
She shopped for the entire family and got everything done. I was not so good. I got all mine done last week, but.
Now, I will say for our families, it took me a little longer to find the right gifts, which is always a bummer because then I have to send them. And so that doesn't always.
For the extended families,
make them arrive on time. Sorry, family. Love you. They're coming.
But we haven't cracked into them. So that's been good.
Like our presents.
Yeah. You've had your presents that you bought for me for a couple weeks now.
To be fair, you bought yourself some of your presents.
Yeah, I did. So we set ourselves a budget and we like quickly spent through like half of that budget for each other. And then she was like, well, I don't know what else to get you.
Yeah.
She's like, well, I mean, is there anything that you want? And so I've been really wanting to get into FPV drones. So first person view drones. And so I was like, I mean, there's this thing, like I could build my own drone. And so she was like, well, I don't know how to buy that. So
I did not. And
it's like 1,000 little parts and pieces you have to buy. So I ended up just purchasing all that and it's going to come in the mail and I'm going to build it. And I'll make a YouTube video about it because it'll be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, but it kind of bums me out because I didn't get to like surprise you with something.
Yeah, but you also got a lot of other little things you're going to surprise me with. So,
yes, but you know me, like I like everyone to have an equitable Christmas. So I spend the same amount and I get the same amount of gifts.
She's really good at it.
I'm like crazy about it because I think I never want anyone to feel less loved because they got less things. So even if they got one bigger present and they get a lot of smaller presents where maybe another kid got more spread out priced presents.
Yeah. But like this year, I mean, we spent the same amount of money on each one of our kids and they got the same amount of presents, like number wise.
I always do that.
Yeah. I mean, it was awesome. Like, I think it's great. Like, so no, there's no fighting. There's no one feeling like, oh, well, so-and-so got better presents than I did.
But
or anything like that.
You don't have the same amount because we do this thing. We do like a round robin. This might be another one of my favorite traditions, actually.
Oh, yeah.
We do like a round robin. So each person gets to open a gift and then they each get to open another one. Like that way everybody sees what everyone's getting and it can be like this shared time of like giving and receiving and everyone, being excited for another person and what they're getting and like, just all of that good stuff.
And like I said, it slows things down too. So like instead of just like the giant like shred open presents and like just an explosion of trash, like we spend time. It takes us probably a good hour and a half to get through everything because like we like let them look at each present before we like shove another one in front of them because we want them to appreciate the things that they've got.
Yeah, and I really love giving gifts. Like
and you're really good at it.
It makes me happy. So I get to see everybody open them. And yeah.
We'll do one more here and then we'll take a break.
Okay.
So number 3 here, if you could add any new tradition or traditions to our current life, what would it or they be?
I think I have 2 things.
Okay.
One would maybe be like a Christmas vacation bucket list.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Like it's something I kind of try to do in the summer with the kids, where I have them like make a list of activities that they really want to do over the summer. And we try to like cross each one off as like a bucket list. And that's not really something we've ever done with Christmas break.
Okay.
But now that you're working for yourself and you're actually here for the whole thing, like it's kind of awesome. So I think that would be really fun of like, you know,
so like in these 2 weeks of Christmas break, we
drink
do this
hot
stuff.
cocoa and we watch a Christmas movie, or we go ice skating, you know, things like that where we have a list of things that we try to do all together.
Okay.
And then the second one I think would be really fun is have like a gingerbread building competition. Like,
you stole mine.
I'm sorry. So you shouldn't let me go first. I just think that would be really fun to like have us all try to make the best one, and
I think so.
You would be the only one that would succeed, but it'd be fine, and we'd
I
all
don't
have
know
fun.
about that. Like, I think that there's something about gingerbread building that is like, it's an art form.
It escapes me.
Like,
I don't get it.
I'm good at building Legos and like I could build models and things like that. I'm like pretty like nifty with things like that. But like, I don't know. I've tried to build a gingerbread house once before in my life and it didn't go well. Like, I don't know about that. We got those kits a couple of years ago.
Yeah, we failed.
You went to Johann Fabric and bought new upholstery for some of our chairs we had gotten for a new table.
Yeah.
And the lady was like, "Oh, you qualify for a free gift. Like, go get one." And like, there was gingerbread house making kits.
Yeah.
That you got for free. And so we built those
sweet.
And we were horrible at it. And those were like super
kept
pre-made.
falling apart and like,
yeah, they were terrible.
Awful.
And I can't blame the kit because we were just not good at it. But I think that would be a really fun tradition, like building gingerbread houses for sure. And I think a contest that puts a little bit of a fun twist on it too.
Or we could even enter our town has, for those of you listening, you already know this if you live in Granville, but if you don't, our town actually has a gingerbread contest every year. And some of them are so incredible. Like
replicas of like buildings in our town.
Well, or like the one year that there was the Ohio State.
Like, the stadium, the shoe. Yeah. Yeah, just ridiculous.
That was wild.
So maybe we can like build up to that. Like we'll do some practice rounds of competing against each other, and then we'll like go all out.
So we're not like the laughing stock.
We'll probably still be the laughing stock. It's fine.
We're like, why did they even enter? This is hilarious.
But yeah, so I think that could be a lot of fun.
Agreed.
And then, like I said, it might be fun to go and cut a Christmas tree down. So we have our big artificial tree.
I think we need a second tree, so I'm all here for this.
So yeah, we have our big fake tree. It's a 12-foot tree. And I'm definitely not going to go cut one of those down because one, like it took a really long time for that tree to grow. And then two, like
I know it hurts my heart a little.
Is really expensive. Like a 12-foot tree would be ridiculous at like a cut your own tree farm.
Yes, it would.
So I think that we could definitely go and buy like a smaller one for our basement.
Yeah.
So that might be fun. And then I think just a little more decorating. Like I really enjoyed like putting up the lights. Like it was a little stressful, but like I really like having them.
Yeah.
So I think it might be fun to kind of make a more of a tradition of it and like start to get a little more crazy with them.
I mean, you know, my goal is to have Christmas in literally every room.
Yep. So we can build upon that.
Yes. I finally got my way.
So,
just kidding.
Well, with that first couple questions.
Word mouth noises.
We will go ahead and take a fast break here, and then we will come back and we'll answer the last couple questions. So we'll be right back. All right, and welcome back after that quick break. We just want to jump right back into this here. So on question number 4 on our 5 for 5s for Christmas. So what is your least favorite part of the Christmas season?
I'm going with mom guilt. And so what I mean by that is I feel like, one, you look at like Facebook or Instagram and all these moms are doing all these amazing crafts and amazing things with their kids. And you're like, oh my gosh, my kids watched TV today.
Yeah.
Like that's what we did. So there's that whole thing. And then there's also like worrying about, did I get enough? Are they going to feel like when they talk to their friends from school, they got shafted? Are they going to feel like they're right in the pack with like I don't know. Just, I never want them to feel sad about Christmas because that would be sad. So
Totally.
there's a lot of those feelings like, oh gosh, I need to buy more. I need to do more. We need to do this. And yeah.
Yeah, it does make it
I
hard
don't like
for sure.
that.
Yeah, I mean, luckily this year they're not going back to school, so they're not going to have to go and see any people or any friends or anything like that. So that should help out a little bit with them feeling like they're comparing or anything like that. Because like we've said before, like we don't spoil them like excessively by any means. Like,
no.
So we're not out there buying them like a new iPhone for Christmas or like they're never going to get a car for their birthday. Like they're never going to be in that boat of like being way spoiled.
Yeah.
And I feel like we live in a community though that might be the case for some kids.
That's fair.
And so I think there's going to be a big hard issue with comparison. Especially as I get into like with Jude into like high school and things like that. I think it might be a little more difficult for him.
Yeah.
But overall, I think that we do a really good job of trying to keep them humble and also trying to just keep them kids. Like, you know, they got a bunch of like Nerf guns and like Lego sets this year. And like Jude's 12, but he wanted Nerf guns and Lego sets.
Yeah.
Like, and that's awesome to me that he's still in that frame of mind and still wanting to be a kid. Cause I mean, when I was 12, I was working. Like I had my first job.
So weird.
Like,
I still can't.
Yeah, I can't. I can never imagine Jude going off to work. Like, okay, I'm gonna go like do my thing now. Like, absolutely
he
not.
He would not.
Like he's still
survive.
like a baby. Like to me, like he's so little.
I mean,
like
I babysat when I was his age for like other people's children.
Yeah, like other people let you watch their kids,
and I did a great job at it.
Oh, for sure.
It was just like I can't think about Jude going and watching like toddlers and
absolutely not. It's wild. But yeah, so for me, my least favorite part of Christmas, and I will probably get some flack for this, it's Christmas music. I just
so much flack.
I don't know what it is. It's repetitive. It's
the best music.
The same thing every year. There's never any new Christmas songs.
Hanukkah Puppy is a new one. If you haven't
Puppy for Hanukkah.
Heard Puppy for Hanukkah by David Diggs, go listen to it right now.
And it was okay. Like, I mean, I just feel like Christmas music is just like slapped together. And I don't
Bing
I
Crosby?
know, but then everybody like redoes everybody's songs and everybody like.
But hold up, Bing Crosby is the most, like he has sold the most records of anyone ever.
That's great. I'm sure every mall in America like has that music. Like it's just, I don't know. I don't hate Christmas music. It's just, I can only listen to it for so long. Like I know you could listen to Christmas music from like November 1st until like the next November 1st.
And I do.
And like, I can't do it.
I maybe stop listening in like January.
But like I'll listen to Christmas music on Christmas Day. I mean, I know all the songs, I know all the words to all the songs. Like I'll sing along to them and I'll enjoy it. But like it's just something that I can't get behind the train of like we're gonna start listening to Christmas music on November 1st and then it's gonna end in January and that's the only thing this radio station plays. Or like I can't jump on that train. I just can't get behind it.
So sad.
And I don't know if that's just because I mean, I don't know what it is.
But
I mean,
have you heard Mariah Carey sing Christmas?
Yeah, I have. And it's just the same thing as John Legend singing Christmas.
No,
it's just
not.
the same thing as everyone else singing Christmas. Like
Michael Bublé.
I don't know. I mean, maybe if they had like a metal Christmas album, like I might get into it.
I'm going to find this just for you.
But
I'm going to get online tonight.
Yeah,
if you have anything, let us know.
Yeah, let us know if you have any like good Christmas music that's not the same.
It's amazing. It's all amazing.
Like I said,
it's all amazing.
Get some flack here from the music major. But I guess, but yeah, that's one thing I'm just not a super big fan of. I don't know why. I mean, my parents, we always listened to Christmas music growing up. Like, it wasn't like I was stifled and didn't listen to Christmas music as a child or like, and I didn't listen to too much Christmas music as a child either. Like,
I think part of it is also like, I grew up watching old movies. So I watched White Christmas. I watched Neptune's Daughter, which is what, Baby It's Cold Outside is from. It's
the creepiest song in the world.
It's not a creepy song. Watch the movie. Like, know the movie and it won't be creepy. Anyway. Sidetrack. But I think because of that, I'm very nostalgic when I hear all that, like, because it reminds me of those times of watching those movies with my family. And I love nostalgic Christmas.
Yeah, you like kitschy Christmas.
I love kitschy Christmas.
We talked about this on the last episode about Christmas, but yeah. So, if you have any good music suggestions for Christmas music, let me know, or different Christmas
like
music.
Leslie Odom Jr.'s Christmas album.
Okay,
it is really good.
Oh, you already listened to it?
Yeah.
Of course.
Duh.
Of course you did. Hamilton and Christmas music colliding. Of course you listened to it already.
It came out last year.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
I just got the notification in Apple Music that it was like new music but it's probably because it was Christmas music.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Either way, if you want to read the last question.
Okay.
we'll move on for me being chastised about music.
It's going to keep happening. It's going to keep going after we leave. I'm going to make him listen to music. Don't worry, guys. Christmas music.
I'm like the Scrooge for Christmas music.
You are. You're the Grinch. Walk around and be like, bah, humbug. All right. What is your favorite part of the Christmas season? Christmas music. Just kidding. But maybe close.
For me, I got a couple.
Okay.
I couldn't really land on one in particular, but I think that since we've been together, my favorite thing has been like really searching for like the right gift, like for that season in our life, or that season of time that we're in, or just for your personality or your interests at that time, like just trying to find like the right thing for you, just to show you like the, hey, I do listen to what you like, and I do like to, like listen to what you have to say and listen to what you want. And sometimes. And then also just like being able to see you like be excited about something. Cause I think it's hard for you to get excited about things. And so therefore, like if I can find the right thing that gets you excited, like it makes me happy to see that joy brought to you.
Yeah.
But then also I think just obviously spending time with family, I think is one of my favorite things. And that's even more prevalent this year, because this is the first year that I'll get to spend this whole Christmas break with you guys.
It's really exciting.
Which is super exciting. Like 15 days together. I mean, yes, we've spent a lot of time together in 2020. Don't get me wrong. But like, I want more still. Like you went back to work in August and went back full time in the school district. And like that was hard. It was really hard to like lose that whole summertime that we got to spend just 24 hours a day, 7 days a week together. Like it was awesome. And so like I've been looking forward to Christmas break like since August.
Pretty much.
And I mean, yeah, we had Thanksgiving break in there, but it just wasn't enough. And it was like a
blip.
It was like an appetizer break.
Yeah.
So, but getting into Christmas break though, like I'm just really excited to actually spend this time with you guys and spend this whole holiday season with you guys and have a lot of fun. And maybe we can, we still got 14 days left.
We
can make that Christmas bucket list.
Yes.
But I think that for me though, one of the favorite things for me since we've had kids is seeing how excited they are on Christmas.
I love that.
Seeing them open their presents and like get the things that they've been wanting for months, or get the things that like really bring them a lot of excitement and fun, or like getting them things that they didn't even know that they wanted. Like that's always really fun.
I super love that. I am really excited this year because there's one thing that our middle son really wanted, and it was a Mandalorian helmet. Hopefully he's not awake to hear this. And we didn't think it was going to make it. Because
it was being shipped from China, like as most things do when you order on Amazon.
And I ordered it. I ordered it on Black Friday, and I was like, oh no, this isn't going to come. It's not going to make it. This is all he really wants. It came today. And I'm so excited. Like it was a Christmas miracle.
Yeah, but like it was saying like expected delivery in January.
Yeah.
And so we were freaking out like, well, what do we do? What do we do? Like this is the one thing that he wants. Like,
and
like he's been talking about it like, man, if I get this Mandalorian helmet, like I am not taking it off. I'm going to wear it all the time. And we're like crap. Like what are we going to do? Like trying to find other things. And of course, everything's sold out because the Mandalorian's on. You know what I mean? Like season 2 just ended.
Talking too loud.
I'm not talking too loud.
You're talking too loud.
But like everything is sold out across the internet because it's like a super hot show right now.
I tried to get like a costume to go
like
with
a
it.
crappy costume, just to like tie it over. Nothing. But it came today. And that's super awesome.
And it looks really cool.
Yeah. It was like high quality. Like it looks great.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Yeah. You also had another Christmas miracle though, yesterday.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. So one of Chase's presents, I was like going through, we were sorting out presents and
like getting ready to wrap them and stuff.
Cause we like to so I'm a little crazy. And so I can't I have to organize things in lists or I lose track of stuff very easily. And I hate feeling like I don't know where things are. So as I was ordering things and tracking money to make sure I was keeping the same amount and then tracking amount of gifts that they were each getting, I was making a list of what they were. And so we were going through that list. And so we were sorting out things and I was pulling out things for him, as secretly as possible. I'd be like, don't look, all that good stuff. And I realized one of his things was not in there. And so I was like, okay, I need your help. You need to go to the Amazon order and scroll past the things that you got me so that I can scroll to the things that I got you to see where the heck this thing is. Yeah. So we did that.
It said it was delivered.
It was.
Or no, it was expected to be delivered.
Expected to arrive December 5th. I was like, December 5th was a long time ago.
And so we pulled up the tracking number for it though. And it was tracked through USPS and it had just been marked as pre-shipment.
No, they couldn't find it. That was what it was.
Well, it just said it never shipped. It never left. It never arrived to USPS and never left anywhere.
Yeah. So
she was freaking out. She's like, oh, this is the present that I wanted for you. This is ruined. Christmas is ruined. She's like, let's burn the presents. We're done. It's over. That bad. It was pretty close. And so I was like, hold on.
I don't handle stress. I was like,
just hold on. Amazon customer service is incredible.
Yes.
I was like, let's go ahead and contact them really fast. And so started the chat up. She was able to get the item pulled up and all that. And they came in clutch.
They did. They were like, okay, what do you want us to do? We can refund. We can resend it out. And I was like, can you resend it out? And they're like, absolutely. We'll get it to you before Christmas. And I was like, what?
Yeah. And it's going to be here tomorrow.
I literally told them that they saved Christmas. I was like, you are amazing. Thank you for saving Christmas.
Yeah. So that was pretty awesome.
And then they told me, you are so welcome. Have a fabulous day. And I was like, man, Amazon.
They're really awesome. But either way, so what is, I guess your favorite part of Christmas?
I love giving gifts. Like I said, I love that joy.
And like I said, you're really good at it.
I really love finding really good gifts that I know will just be awesome for someone. I know for myself, because like you said, it is really hard for you to buy me gifts. I am all about the sentimental gift, something that really means something. So that's always what I try to give too, is something that really sparks joy for that person.
And you always manage to find the thing that I'm like, how did you do this? And so if you guys have the extreme gift giver in your life, it's hard because not only does she not like stuff, so it's hard to buy her things because she doesn't want anything. It makes it even worse because that you're going to get that killer present from her and whatever you get her is just going to fall short. I think there's only been a couple of times in our married life together that you've been like, wow, this is awesome. And most of the time it's thanks. And I'm like, yep. And I just die a little bit inside. Okay.
But the hardest part about me loving to see people's reactions and loving giving gifts is that I have a husband who literally does not react. He'll be like, oh, thanks. And I'm like, do you even like that? I worked really hard to find that.
And I do. I love getting gifts. That's, one of my love languages is receiving gifts. And so, I love getting presents and I love the presents that she gets me.
But you do not react.
But I'm not an emotional person. I don't react emotionally outwardly.
No, I want tears and
she wants
joy.
This big reaction and I can't give that to her because
but then
that's
he
not
has
me.
Passed that on to our children, so they are all I
think that they really are just lackluster about everything.
No, they're not. They get really excited about things, but then they'll be like, oh, thanks. And I'm like, do you even like this?
Yeah. So
are you sure? And then I'll see them playing with it and they're excited
for years.
Yeah. But it just in those moments, none of you I'm if you give me the right gift, I'm tears and
oh yeah. She cries when she watches other people get gifts too.
I do. I love watching people get gifts.
She's crazy.
I am crazy.
Crazy about Christmas.
I am. Well, it's not even just Christmas. I love those thoughtful gifts.
Yeah.
Any time of year.
But she's like, she's not good just at Christmas. Like it's any time of the year. Like you're really good at anniversary presents. You're really like, that's a thing, I guess. You're really good at birthday presents. Like you're really good at just giving gifts in general. And I think that it just comes from you being such a like empathetic person that you really are attuned with like what I am into or like with what I want. And I feel like I have this like theory that you build a list like through the whole year of like things that I say I like, and then you reference that.
What?
Is that real?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I need to get on that train, I think.
Don't look at my notes on my phone.
Well, that's a good cue for you guys out there. Like if you want to be a better gift giver, like it takes a lot of listening, and Jess is a great listener. And I think that's a big quality that she has that she brings to our marriage, is that she really does listen extremely well. And so because of that, she hears what I want and need and things like that and what I'm into, and is able to deliver on some incredible presents.
But
so.
I do think I try to do it for everyone. Like I want to be a good gift giver across the board. So like there's definitely things that I've seen that have made me think of like a random acquaintance that I'm like, oh, they would love that.
And those are fun presents too, right?
Yeah.
Like to receive.
Yeah.
When someone's like, hey, I saw this and I thought about you. And you're like, this does look like me. And you're like, this is perfect. So yeah, I think that's a lot of fun too. So I think gift giving is a lot about just listening to what other people's needs are.
I'm a big fan.
Yes. I have one other question.
Oh no, a sixth.
We've been into bonus questions.
Bonus question.
Being as we've been married for 13 years, we have 3 kids, and we buy presents for 3 kids 3 times a year, pretty much.
Like birthday week.
Yeah, birthday week.
Best week ever.
What is some advice that you would give to new families? So families that are just having kids, just getting married, to help them along in this Christmas season, because it can be stressful.
It can
be hard. So what is like one piece of sage wisdom that you can give someone?
So I would say when they're really little, like before they're 5, this is going to sound awful. We had great friends who once told us, don't really buy them gifts. Maybe buy 1 or 2 things, but because they're so little and grandparents are so excited that they now have grandkids, they're going to get so much stuff that they really won't even remember or care about. So when it comes to gift giving, when they're really little, like go the extra mile for your spouse. And yes, find some cute little things that are maybe like heirloom kind of gifts, like things that you could give to your child now, but then could be something that they keep. Like example, my grandma has like blocks that my dad played with, I played with. Like they're things that all 3 generations now have played with when they go to her house or when they're at her house. And, you know, I think of things like that when the kids are really little, like buying those things that are going to be heirlooms, going to be generational.
Like Christmas ornaments.
Really, don't go big. Spend a little more on your spouse, you know. Take some of that budget that you would maybe give to your kids. And that's going to sound crazy to some of you out there. I get that, but they're not going to remember until they're about 5. They're really not going to remember. They're going to remember more how it felt, the excitement, the joy. So building up that fun and that joy and making it more about the event than the gifts at that point is going to be better. As they grow and they turn into their own people, there's going to be things that they love that then you can like really love on them with those gifts that you choose. And I would still continue to say like, go for quality over quantity. Like go for the thing they're really going to love. Then like, here's 25 gifts or whatever it is. Like, knowing their heart and showing them you love them through those gifts and like knowing them well enough to know what gifts to buy. Yeah,
for sure. For me, I would say building traditions early. So like traditions with your spouse. So if you were freshly married and you don't have kids yet or anything like that, like it's fun to build those like traditions that are going to sink in.
Yeah.
So that when your kids do come about, you know, that will be exciting to get them involved in. And so I think building traditions early is good, but then also building traditions with your kids as they grow. So like asking them what they want to do and asking them like, what are some things that you can think of to do or that you would like to add to? Like we just asked our kids that the other week about like,
it was one of
what
our
are some traditions that like
combos
you would want to add? And so like being able to hear their hearts in that is fun because then it's like, yeah, like Jude's 12, sure. But for the next 6 or 7 years, we can build a tradition that he would love and that he'll remember and that he might carry on to his family. And so like, that's super exciting as well. But also I think that I'll kind of piggyback off of what you were saying, for a really long time, we would get our kids like the same, like 5 presents, right? Like we do something to wear.
We did 4. It was want, need, wear, read.
Yeah. So something that they want, something that they need, something that they can wear, and something that they'll read.
And
so
I usually did like for wear, I would maybe do a whole outfit. Like,
yeah. But like that makes it so easy for you as a parent, especially when the kids are little. So like you can get them, you know, a couple of books even, or like a couple of items of clothing, or like maybe 2 toys that they want. Like, and so like it kind of just narrows it down for you so that you can be like, these are the things we're getting for these formative years. Yeah. I don't have to stress about it because I'm already stressing enough of raising a tiny human.
Yes. Because it is hard work.
And then like you said, like your parents, your spouse's parents, they're going to shower them with all the crap that you will never want in your house.
All the noise making.
Let them do that. And then you don't have to buy all that junk.
Yeah.
And then, but you'll be giving your child something that they actually want and need, and it's something that helps them grow.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that we did for a really long time.
We did. We
up
just
until
recently,
like 2 years ago, I would say. So like Jude was 10 when we stopped doing that.
The reason we kind of split from it is they always ask for books. So for the most part, they still get books. And then, you know, clothes, I just kind of saw it as like, we really buy them like fall, winter clothes, spring, summer clothes. So then they were getting these extra clothes that like,
they didn't
really need, nor did
especially this year where they're just inside all the time.
Did they really care about?
Yeah.
And then, you know, like the want is hard because I feel like their wants change so much that, like, and they vary in price. So then that was getting hard to like balance it all price wise.
I think that's it's a good thing to do right when you're starting a family.
It absolutely is. It was great for us for quite some time.
Oh, absolutely. So build traditions because traditions are fun. Traditions are what you remember. You know, both of our favorite parts of childhood memories were traditions that our families had. Yeah. And those are the things that you're going to remember forever and the things that your kids are going to remember forever. So it's important to build those in and just slow down. Yeah. Slow down this Christmas season. Spend time with your family. Spend time with your friends if you can, socially distanced and safe.
Yeah. Be safe.
But have a great holiday season and take this time with your family because this year is different, but it's different for a good way. Like we're having to focus on our immediate family. So take this time to do that. Yeah. Take this time to really focus in and really take the time out with what matters. Absolutely. So with that, guys, Merry Christmas. And we will see you on the next one.
Bye.